she'll be looking for her team to put out a pretty impressive performance this afternoon. We're underway. England up against Wales. Greenway quickly connecting with Harton. And the scoring is underway with England on the board first.
Yes. Good start by them. Guthrie out for that centre pass quickly. Good straight line through to goal. But already a stronghold by Chelsea Lewis, the shooter for Wales. Beckford Chambers just needing to use her footwork to reposition around.
Here's Drain, the skipper. Through the hands of Lewis and into the hands of Beckford Chambers, and away through court come England. Jade Clark, a little bit quiet last night. For her lofty standards anyway. So free pass, edge of the circle. Greenway finds Housby.
It's good time movement there to receive by Housby. She'll be keen to just get on the board in this game and score this one.
Played her first match against Australia last night, a big test for the youngster. She'll be better off for it. Here she is again, Housby.
She's definitely a player who's just been wanting that exposure, wanted to play against Australia. A great shot by Jo Harton. Housby will take an awful lot from that intensity of that Australia game yesterday. She's a quick learner. She won't make the same mistake twice.
Wales looking to get on the board here. Drain, it's hard work in that circle. All sewn up from Beckford Chambers and McClymar. And an offside call against Kyra Jones. So another opportunity for England here just to keep pushing ahead. Strong start.
Good pressure on the line by Greenway.
Wing defence.
Pressure comes off the attacking line. Certainly with Guthrie moving and powering through that mid-court area. She supports the attack unit so well.
Jo Harton looking comfortable. She shot 91% against the Diamonds last night in a losing team. 30 from 33. Opening her account pretty well here with 3 straight. She'll probably make it 4 here, Jo Harton. Pretty convincing start here from the world number 3. Wales still looking for their first goal.
It can at times be a strong matchup with Jones at wing defence against Greenway. They've met before in the England Super League, and Jones, as we know, she's a tight one-on-one defender and can put a lot of pressure on the style of play that Greenway uses, particularly when she's linking in the second phase of the centre pass.
So another turnover here. England getting a wealth of opportunity early in this first quarter. Here's McClymar, playing in World Cup number 5. Greenway, Clark top of the circle. Quick double play with Helen Housby. Good mid-range shot for her. Shot's a little short.
Contact, keeper.
Just caught the hand there, Kidner. Caught the hand of Jo Harton. Good attempt by Kidner.
England!
Jade again electing to put the ball back to Guthrie.
Contact, keeper.
Under contact against Kidner. Leaves a 2-on-1 inside the circle. Harton uses the floorboards to find her shooting buddy Helen Housby. And 7 unanswered goals for England to open this match. James, Williams. Back to James. Better penetration forward from Wales on this passage. Here she is again. James can't connect with the shooter. Well covered, Beckford Chambers.
Yeah, it's interesting there, Thomas. She just ran behind Beckford Chambers. She'd got an opportunity just to come in front and certainly cut through to ball side. That's a strong boxing out position. Under the post there, Beckford Chambers, just stopping Lewis getting to the rebound.
Just a passing error there from Beckford Chambers. Off balance on 1 foot. James makes the pocket drive. Lewis opens the top. And through the hands of James in the corner. So under all sorts of pressure early here, Wales. Succumbing to the pressure of England. Guthrie. Clark in the midcourt. Changes the angle to McClymar. Housby connects.
Just need to address the timing as the ball's coming through the mid-court. But Clark supporting Harton well. Always quick to get to shooter side around the circle edge, Jade Clark.
Time, centre, Wales.
So a timely timeout for Wales. They certainly need to do something to stop the bleeding, because it's been all England in the opening 5 minutes, 8 unanswered goals. Good intent early from the world number 3. Tamsin Greenway having a lot to say in the break. Such an experienced lineup, this English outfit at this year's World Cup, Anita. So many multi-World Cup appearances from a handful of different athletes in the group.
Yes, it's great to see McCloma back for England as well. She's got the experience.
Try and listen in here to the Welsh huddle.
Every time you need to put more pressure on that, all right? It's coming from the back. Here, just make sure that you are covering the front so that it's not an easy option. The wing defence is coming through too fast, too quickly. Hold her up off the line. Okay. You've got to reset now, ladies, yes? Let's take care of that ball every time. Work the front, don't get caught behind. Let's go.
Some good instruction there, Anita, from Trish Wilcox, the coach of Wales. She's wanting a far more intensive defensive effort from her attackers.
Yeah, she's obviously sensed that there are 3 centre pass receipts going to Serena Guthrie on the wing defence. She's the one coming through just to support the England centre pass. So wanting James just to try and delay and deny that movement and that speed through that mid-court on the whistle.
Good ball from Jade Clark, finds Harton on the baseline. And Harton capitalises, so 9 plays 0 here, All Phones Arena, day 6 action.
Wales just loading the goal attack side there for the centre pass, but getting trapped with that defence. Good pressure by Guthrie. And McCloma just caught, head down. Ball quickly into Lewis. That's better from Wales.
It's a good feed. They saw the opportunity, let it go, didn't second guess it. Greenway, good space on second phase, good touch on the feed. All a little bit too easy.
Contact. Bonnet, goal, Wales.
Good pressure by Beckford Chambers. And look at those arms over. Emma Thomas forced back with McCloma just covering anything going forwards.
Just suffocating defence here from England. Every pass is well and truly earned for Wales. And again, the high ball up, McCloma gets a touch.
She's quick to move around the back of Lewis. Lewis just needs to be careful of that one. She's expecting the high ball, but McCloma will get round.
Here she is again, in the thick of the action, Sonia McCloma. Now they find a shooter. Good ball from Drain. And Lewis gets Wales on the board. Took 7 minutes.
Wing, contact. Wing. No, goal third, yeah. Bonnet, contact, centre.
It's Clark. Housby.
Bonnet, obstruction, keeper.
It's a good swing, good decision by Greenway. Just to use that triangle set. Jade Clark supporting on the side of Housby at goal attack.
Good little dish off from Housby to find Harton in prime scoring position. 11-2.
Right,
James getting the start at wing attack for Wales. We've seen a lot of Bethan Dyke in that position throughout the pool matches. Coach Wilcox making the change there for this one. And we've mostly seen Susie Drain run at wing defence too, so certainly going for some matchups, if nothing else. Well done, McCloma. Those rangy arms pays dividends.
It's a good hand there by Jones, just disrupting. Tried the attempt to gain possession there on the throw-in.
Has a bit of Harton.
It's better timing by England around this circle edge, finding the shooters. Good movement by Harton. The rotation with Housby working.
Housby having to break free from Williams.
Contact on
Better
the ball.
defence on the centre pass. Again, another 2-on-1 in the circle.
Bondage,
Housby, quick ball on. Fires it to Harton.
Guthrie just trying to keep James up the court.
You can hear McClomar just rallying the troops, calling the shots. Such an enforcer down back for England.
Just gives the right information at the right time to position anyone in that defensive unit. But this is something that England need to address, that distribution through the mid-court as it comes out of the defensive end.
It's 2 stray balls, Anita, from Ebony Beckford-Chambers in this first term. Certainly something she'll need to tidy up on. See if she can win it back here for her side.
It's a patient build-up by Wales. And Drain again, just linking well with Lewis. That's a good response by Lewis. Under a lot of pressure in there with Chambers and McClomar.
5.5 to play in the first quarter. 10-goal ball game. Oh, well done, Williams. Tried to keep it alive.
Time. Ball. Ball coming.
Kidner just electing to come off the body of Harton. She's back on, but
Bondage,
almost
contact.
not able to cover that. Got herself in a mix there, got the wrong side. She was better on moving off the body of Harton.
Wing.
Thomas to Drain.
Again, strong words from McClomar just to keep up the defence and to keep Wales high on the court. Drain cuts into goal.
That's better from
Circle edge.
Beckford-Chambers.
Yeah.
Nice drive through court from Jade Clark. Housby from mid-range. It's a sweet shot.
It's a good shot. Harton just moved in a little bit too soon for that delivery from Clark. Great work. Good double play. Housby with Clark.
And selfishly just dishes off to Harton. Goal number 13 for Joe Harton. So the volume is good here from England. Wales with just the 3.
16 scored by England out of the 17 attempts.
It's a nice shot from Emma Thomas. Currently ranked 3rd in the competition for percentage. Emma Thomas, 94% she's operating at. Just the 67 goals though. Would like a little bit more than that. We'll need some more of that today.
Again, Thomas just finding herself dropping into the circle but hiding behind McClomar.
It's easy pickings there for Serena Guthrie. She's having a fine World Cup campaign, Serena Guthrie. Nice ball over the top to find Harton. Probably need to make a change in that goalkeeper position, Wales. It's been all Joe Harton in this front line.
It's good cover at the centre pass there for Wales. Jones and Drain just stopping the movement out of Greenway. Timing better now for Joe Harton on the move. Good response.
15 straight.
Thomas just can't see over the arms of McClomar. Good ball placement by Wales through to Lewis. McClomar caught on the contact.
So 2.5 to play here, opening quarter. England and Wales. Jade Clark over the top, as it so often does in this first 15 minutes, to Joe Harton.
There's a lot of space between defender and Joe Harton. Clark able just to put that ball in without any pressure. Oh, Great first-time ball from Susie Drain, the centre for Wales.
So Lewis pops another one on the board for Wales. 14-goal margin. Housby back to Greenway, up to Harton. 18 from 18 for Joe Harton.
There's limited options there. James out well for Wales, the wing attack. Out for the centre pass, but nothing forwards other than Lewis, who was taped up by Beckford-Chambers.
Just struggling to get any form of flow and connection in that front line. Terrific defensive unit effort from England. And let off the hook there with an easy rebound for Chelsea Lewis. And an easy goal to follow.
Goal defence.
Just 7 opportunities at goal for Wales. Lewis shooting 5 from 5.
Yes.
Just needs more opportunity at goal. It's a good take by Housby.
Wales.
Just left Harton all alone at the post. It's the brains trust of England. Tracy Neville, head coach, no doubt will be pretty happy with this opening 15 minutes. It's a big stretch from Beckford-Chambers. Lewis holds her nerve.
Centre. Contact. Advantage obstruction. Wait. Goal defence. At the
House
post.
Called for an elbow on the baseline there.
Yes.
Housby, Greenway just sharing the work at the centre pass.
Wales.
Housby 5 receipts, Greenway 6.
That second phase area against Australia that they really struggled with, wasn't it? We'll see how they make those adjustments today. And so far, so good for England. A very comprehensive opening from them. 23-8 in the opening term. England in control. So a pretty dominant display from the world number 3 to kickstart this game. Anita, 23 plays 8.
Yes, a great performance. 19 from 19 for Joe Harton as well. So she'll be pleased with that. And as she got into the game, the timing got better. See there some comments from Neville just in terms of probably the hold.
Do now. What I want you to do is possibly look at going back to line so that you, just to reset the ball. The other thing I've said is about just on the setup, don't come out a bit too soon.
So some good instructions there from Tracy Neville, always a great insight. Take us through these quarter-time match stats, Anita.
Yes, look at that, just some costly errors by Wales, not able to put that ball through in their attacking third. 6 turnovers against the 2 from England, and then look at those penalties. There's a lot of penalty, a lot of whistle, particularly in the defensive end, but some great work through from the centre pass. Housby linking well with Greenway, and when the timing's right by Harton, she's certainly popped out to take an awful lot of ball in the front space. And Guthrie used well, and a great long ball through to Harton. She loves to look for that long ball through to the moving shooter towards the post.
A really telling statistic as well, Anita. 14 more scoring attempts to post for England. Their defensive pressure has really suffocated that Welsh attack line.
Yes, it's the strong arms over the ball. Lots of words from McClomber at the back. Got to give credit to Chelsea Lewis and Susie Drain. They've tried to work through to break up that defensive pressure. Certainly more movement off the ball needed by Wales. Wonder if we'll see a change. Kyra Jones there on the wing defence. Might be needed more in the middle of the court. But it is the work of Drain that can get that ball through to Lewis if timed right.
They look good in full flight today. England backing up from a 10-goal defeat against the reigning world champions, the Australian Netball Diamonds. But on song so far against Wales, it's 23-8. After the first 15 minutes of play, Trish Wilcox on screen there, the coach of Wales, just delivering her final message to her team. No doubt plenty of technical and tactical adjustments needing to be made to get themselves back into this contest. But after the first 15 minutes, it's all England, 23-8. So not too far away from the start here in the second quarter. A couple of changes we can see there for England. Sarah Bayman, a new player on in the centre position. Jade Clark moves from centre into wing defence.
Yeah, it's not surprising for Wales as well. We just talked about whether Kyra Jones would move into the middle. She's a force in attack and she's there in the centre position. Susie Drain goes to wing defence for Wales. And we see Kelly Morgan entering at goal defence. Kidner goes to the bench. Pretorius is in at goalkeeper. So Steph Williams again, a player to the bench. So different lineup in the defensive circle. Let's see what Pretorius can do against Joe Harton.
Rowe on at goal shooter as well for Wales. So Chelsea Lewis is off. You surprised by that move, Anita?
Yes, I think it's good to get Rowe onto the court. We mentioned the fact that the more exposure Georgia Rowe gets at goal shooter will be beneficial. I guess for Trish Wilcox, she's playing through this game in a sense of trying to probably give some exposure to some of the younger players and try some different combinations.
She's got great height, Georgia Rowe, 196 centimetres, second tallest in this World Cup. It's the same height as Romelda Aiken, 196 centimetres.
And she's on a massive steep learning curve. She's learning all the way through. Her game has improved incredibly over the last 12 months.
So Sonia McCloma here, veteran, just taking an injury timeout. As we mentioned, World Cup number 5 for Sonia McCloma. She was almost a shock selection, wasn't she, Anita, to come back into the squad. She'd been out of the game at international level for a couple of years and stepped down from the ANZ Championship, and Tracy Neville said, come back, it's time to have one more go, and here she is, and she's in terrific condition, isn't she?
She is, great condition. To think that she came back in, she went into boot camp, that I've called it. She went on an intensive training programme with the squad. She's just committed fully to being back, and probably spent 2 years out of the international game, was sadly missed by an awful lot of the support from England and the spectators that are in and around this venue. It's great to see her back there, but she just oozes confidence through to everyone on that court.
Had quite a few years at the New South Wales Swifts in the ANZ Championship, so she'd know this court here at Allphones Arena extremely well. Some big games played here in the Trans-Tasman competition. It's all about the Netball World Cup here in Sydney. And this country is really enjoying being out on the world stage. So they're just making a couple of changes here on screen now. Jiva Mentor, the skipper, coming into the court at goalkeeper. Beckford Chambers out at goal defence. So Sonia McCloma to the bench. Thomas, Clark, good touch.
Lucky there, Clark tracked James well.
Oh, Bayman! Sensational attempt. Foot just out of court, that was brilliant.
We talked at the start of this game about Bayman. She's looking in fine shape and she really does commit through to force the error.
This whole English squad, Anita, looks in better condition than a lot of us have seen them in for a long, long time. There's a great presence around the group. They're certainly ready to roll here in Sydney.
Yes, they've definitely matched up, looked at the intensity that they need to play the game, particularly against the top two. And that proved itself in that encounter with Jamaica. Disappointing performance yesterday. A lot of these players will want to put out strong performance today. There'll be some clear targets around the unit work of England.
Centre, contact.
Jo Harton still sitting on 100%, doing her job as the spearhead for the English attack, 22 from 22. Goals still hard to come by for Wales, yet to score in their second quarter. Mentor had a look.
It's Mentor quick to recover, to pick up Georgia Rowe.
Advantage, contact, centre.
Over the top of Mentor, just couldn't get off the ground for that one, and Rowe takes the high ball and gets Wales on the board. Bayman in the pocket. Good swing of the ball.
It's good movement by Greenway through to the top. Bayman and Greenway also link extremely well in terms of their role supporting the shooters. They're quick to reposition around that circle edge.
That one lucky to fall the way of Wales. There's a lot on that centre pass. James swings it into Jones. Thomas trying to roll the circle. She eventually gets through.
Contact, keeper. Just step.
Mentor out of play, and Thomas converts.
Yeah, she got the distance, Mentor just pulled on the contact.
Advantage, break, wing.
Arms and hand on the ball.
Harton on lead. Oh, good drive. Pretorius right behind her. It's the beauty of Jo Harton, isn't it? She can really move. She's got great height. She can play a holding stationary game if required. And she can get out and really open up that space for a fellow goaler. That's why she's one of the best in the business, Jo Harton.
Good defence by Bayman, just stopping that movement through of Kyra Jones that we've seen works so well for Wales in this competition. Forced back, Kelly Morgan.
Attack, wing attack.
James hits the deck. Thomas, she's back up. Here's James.
Centre obstruction.
Again, Mentor and Beckford Chambers just smothering the options in that circle. A bit of a soft take there from Rowe. Needs to rip that ball in.
Advantage, contact, centre.
They start the pattern again. Back to go forward, then they send it in.
Yeah, she was asking for the ball there, Georgia Rowe. Good call by her, James. Putting that ball in. Seeing that the defenders were drawn, Mentor and Beckford Chambers drawn out of the circle.
It's the approach they've got to take, isn't it? Play to their strengths, and if Georgia Rowe is out there, it's all about the height and the high ball into the backspace. So if it's on, let it go. Here's Housby now, just outside the circle. Works with Bayman. Good 1-2. Good understanding between Housby and Bayman. And Housby to finish off. Couldn't get any closer than that.
And Housby really takes care in terms of that entry point into the circle. She's quick to see the positioning of Jo Harton. She reads the play ahead of time. Comes in really strongly from the sides as she enters that shooting circle for England.
Nicola Jones is getting pretty familiar with the floorboards here. She's had a couple of stacks in this second quarter.
Wing. Obstruction up there.
So Jay Clark out of play in the centre third.
Advantage, obstruction.
Mentor gets up. Challenge from Rowe.
Yes. Advantage, contact, wing.
Good overlap play by Beckford Chambers. Just there for Greenway. Again, Bayman finding the back shooter. Probably one too many there. Greenway not ready for that ball from Harton.
That's better connections through court from Wales. They get to the edge of the circle with relatively easy progression on that occasion.
I do sense there's more confidence when Jones is in that centre position. Just the distribution there, but she works incredibly well. She's always around that circle edge, always in the mix for the Welsh attack. Oh, good play by Susie Drain.
Put the jet burners on now to get through that mid-court. They had space in numbers. They've got to make the most of their opportunities when they've got them. Here's James in the pocket. Thomas looking to sweep the circle again. She does well. Has to shoot a tough one over Beckford Chambers. Throws it straight to Mentor. And away come England. Greenway up to Harton, just sitting there waiting and slotting goals effortlessly. So halfway through this second quarter. All the room in the world for the England shooter.
Big smile there. Greenway, I think, was almost implying I'm there this time if you need me for that second. Out and in. Thomas just electing to pull herself wide before she entered the circle. Just on that drive through to ball side.
Thomas in the exact same position as a moment ago. Can't sink the shot. Again forced out, Thomas not wanting to put that ball over the height of Mentor. So the penalty against Mentor. Thomas the pass or shot, takes the shot. Through it goes. So 33 plays 12. Housby called for the 3 seconds. Probably had Bayman available early on, just chose not to offload the pass. Results in a turnover. Morgan to Jones. James Thomas to work high.
Yes, Drain not able just to come through on the overlap there. Defending her is Greenway. James forced to do a lot of work off the ball just to get herself to this circle edge, but that's a good distribution from her through to Thomas.
Anita, there's been a lot of talk and interest in Jiva Mentor at this year's World Cup. She finished the last round of the ANZ Championship and quickly had a little bit of a knee clean-up that had been troubling her throughout the season. So she's had to go through all her rehab and everything to get back for this World Cup. Probably still not ready for a full 60-minute game. Where is she at for you, do you think?
Yes, you're right. She's obviously not been on the court probably as much as she would have hoped. I'm guessing that there's just a little bit of conservation there in protection in terms of the business end of the World Cup. So, yeah, she's not at 100%, that's for sure. Probably a lot of comments around whether she can get up, back and up for that ball. Certainly the ball going over, even to Georgia Rowe at this point. But I think she'll be just playing away in, just in time for when it really matters.
Fair to say there's some good defensive depth in that English lineup. McCloma, Beckford Chambers, Mentor, Stacey Francis. We saw her on the wing last night. So just a timeout here for the Welsh wing attack, Nicola James. A tough quarter for her and the rest of her teammates. 11-5 in this term so far.
Just the one shot missed for England. It was a pairing shooting 34 from 35.
You've got to stand stronger now, give yourself a little bit of room. Yeah, good drawing then. I still think you're floating out a little bit too much. So punch back and come back. Coming through the court, really nice court balance. I think you can go a little bit wider at times, yes, you're just getting drawn in. To go in and come out. Okay, right, good backing up, Kelly. There are intercept opportunities there. So when Jo comes out, you know she's going to go hard towards the ball, so you do a switch rather than chase. All right, so there's switches there. Try and drop, ladies. Try and drop diamond. Let's just start working the zone a little bit. Strong, hey, let's talk it out.
Some great insights, Anita, there, and the Welsh huddle. Looking to try a few zones, a few diamond plays just to switch it up a little bit. Really encouraging the circle defenders to go out. There's intercept opportunities, there's some chances for switches. So great insight there from the Welsh team huddle.
Yes, I think again just trying to get Morgan and Pretorius just to use the switch, which they've not done. Morgan tends to go on the chase when the switch would really help their structure in the circle and restrict the movement of Jo Harton.
Wing.
Put some positive words through to Kyra Jones. She's definitely made an impact in that centre spot.
Harton just opening up on the baseline. Yet to miss Jo Harton. Keeps the perfect streak going nicely here at Allphones Arena. Here she is again. Offloads to Greenway, finds Housby. Pretty slick timing from England.
It's a good take by James, fast off the line. She's a speedy player, whether she's in the wing defence position, but just rolling around Bayman. She's getting a bit more into this game. But just again, that pressure to work to get free just means she can't hold on to that one. A good transition by England.
Greenway just a little bit off with that feed. Out of reach of Jo Harton. So a little chance here for Wales to try and trim the deficit as best they can heading into the main break. Jones having a fight for that ball. James back to Jones. Thomas, Beckford-Chambers riding her every step of the way. Here she is again. Draws the front space.
Contact on the ball.
Deserves a goal. She's been having to work overtime. And she converts.
Probably almost on the held ball situation there, just manages to flick that off Emma Thomas. Very composed on the shot. There's a lot of pressure in there, but credit to Thomas and Rowe for Wales, they're working hard.
Oh, good ball, Sarah Bayman. Hart misses her first one. Stats are ruined. And Housby makes good. So 38 plays 14. Beckford-Chambers trying to pick off that ball from Jones.
Contact centre.
Very distinct style of England, isn't it, Anita, in terms of isolating the ball carrier and shutting down the options for the next pass. It's very much a trait that England use quite often.
Yes, definitely. They've really worked in terms of that intensity, the pressure, and at times not marking the ball carrier but dropping to the front space as well to really close off any threat of that forward movement. And there we see Housby on the hold. Morgan doing well. She's got fast feet, Morgan. She's moving around, at times just dropping off the body of Housby, mixing up what she's doing.
Housby steps it in. And she converts another. 13 from 14 for Helen Housby. She was 6 from 9 against the Diamonds last night. First time up against the reigning world champions.
Great vision by Jones, seeing that Beckford-Chambers was out of the circle, out of play. Good work by Thomas. Always sees the space, Emma Thomas. Clever individual when it comes to that court craft and working through the line of defence in the circle.
A good touch from Pretorius. It wasn't enough though. We regather from Harton. So under a minute to play now in the opening half here. James maybe caught a glimpse of Jiva Mentor coming at her. Forced the mishandle. Here's Bayman looking to transition with pace. They're all over one side. Now they open it up.
There's good link there with Clark. Just using the 1-2, Bayman. Always sees that forward space, not afraid just to play herself through.
Contact, goal kick.
20 seconds to go. Jones up to Rowe. She's 2 from 2.
Keeper. Yes.
On the verge of half-time. Can she make it 3 from 3? Buckets out and a rebound of Beckford-Chambers. So that is half-time here. Day 6 action of the Netball World Cup. It's the world number 3 England, well and truly in control against Wales. They lead at the main break, 42-16.
I love netball. I love everything about it. I love the friendships that I've made. I love the game. I love how exciting it is. I love that I actually can do something I love to do and stay so fit and healthy because of it. Rural is just the place to go, you know, and it's just got a whole lot better because it's now got all of our supporters range in here. I'm so proud to be an ambassador for Rebel.
Have you voted for your fans' MVP at FanFest? Fans can do whatever they say at FanFest. Head across the road to FanFest and make sure you vote for your favourite player.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so it is half-time here of England and Wales. Have we got any English supporters in with us today? Boys here, which is good. Any Welsh supporters in? Oh, there's many, but always making a lovely noise, which is good. Of course, we've got New Zealand coming up very shortly. And in the final game, you'll find that the Australian Netball Diamonds. And not surprisingly, that's the biggest cheer. However, we've got a mega merch voucher, a $25 mega merch voucher. Now, you know down at FanFest, we've got the mega merch down there. You can get your hands on all of your true colours and support whichever side you would like. What we thought we'd do is get JB to actually do some work for a change, and he's going to show all the people around All Phones Arena the best dancer in the place wins a $25 mega merch voucher. You know you can go very famous by being on the big screen. That's actually not true at all. All right, here we go. I'm doing Holmex here, well, you know it's an important game. All right, here we go. Whitney Houston, do you think?
Half-time here in our match between England and Wales. It's been a convincing opening half from England. Anita, take us through these match stats.
Yes, we talked about the goal attempts. Look at that, 44 compared to 20. And shooting accuracy, 95. Really doing well, the shooting pairing from England. Look at the turnovers, though, for Wales, 15 compared to 5. So a lot of errors creeping in, particularly in the attacking end for Wales. Some work to do, but good to see Kyra Jones performing well in that centre position for Wales. Kelly Morgan really trying to put those strong arms over the ball. But it's Jo Harton who's cool, composed, and finding all of those pockets to receive. But some great work from the centre pass set up by England. And Sarah Bayman entered this court extremely well. Some great through-court play by her. But can't fault the persistence of Georgia Rowe. She's up against Jiva Mentor. And she's certainly coming out with some possession. Learning a lot, I'm sure.
It was a really dominant opening quarter from England, 23-8, 19-8 in the second quarter. So they've really pushed out their half-time lead to 42-16. But it's been pretty clinical from England. They had to respond after last night's 10-goal loss to the Diamonds, and they are putting out a brand of netball they'll be much more comfortable with today.
Absolutely, but credit to Wales, they've restricted the opportunities at goal. 19 in the second quarter compared to 23 from England in the first, so some work to do, but definitely England on form in this game.
Yeah, and fair to say Wales not playing that poorly, are forced into a lot of mistakes by England, so full credit to the English Roses, the world #3. So at halftime here at Allphones Arena, it is Wales up against England. England leading 42 goals to 16.
Oh, fantastic. Well, you've got the Wellingtons going beautifully over here. Got a huge crowd here. You know how you want it, because not only do the Kiwi fans go for you, the Australian fans are cheering, even the English and the Welsh fans are cheering as well. Ladies and gentlemen, our wonderful lady from Wellington, you are our winner. Congratulations. Oh, wonderfully done. Thanks very much for joining us. Great to have you here. Thanks to everyone for joining us. And we welcome the Welsh team back out to the court for the second half as well. Make sure you stick around. Tonight there's going to be plenty of prizes to win, plenty of chances to get involved. It is all a part of the 2015 Netball World Cup, and we thank you for being involved in such a great crowd here at Allphones Arena.
Well, it's Dance Central here at Allphones Arena, day 6 of the Netball World Cup. My co-commentator, Anita Naven, I can't keep her down. She's been dancing in her commentary position throughout the halftime break, but the fans here, Anita, are having an absolute ball, day 6 of the competition.
Yes, totally inspired by some of these dance moves.
Having an absolute ball, loving seeing themselves on the big screen as well. Great atmosphere here in Sydney. It's what it's all about, the Netball World Cup. All the colours of the world. And here on our main court at Allphones Arena, it is England up against Wales, the Battle of the Brits. And it's England's a commanding opening 30-minute performance so far, 42 goals to just the 16 of Wales. They've scored 8 in the first 2 quarters. So a rough start for Wales, but as we mentioned previously, not playing that badly, just being forced into error, I guess, from some suffocating defence from the English.
Yes, just that quality pressure that's put on them through that mid-court area. It was great to see Kyra Jones, the centre for Wales, come into play, and she just carves up the space. She opens up opportunities. So it's made a difference, but Wales just really still need to care for that ball going through to their shooters. Shooters under immense pressure.
So we can see there the English huddle. Jo Harton taking a rest on the bench. Probably because she missed that one goal with 29 from 30, so deserves to be benched after that effort. Rachel Dunn coming on to goal shooter for England. Pamela Cookie, former captain, she's at goal attack now. And then Stacey Francis in at wing defence as well. She started there, Francis, against the Diamonds. So getting another taste here at the World Cup in that wing defence position.
Yes, and for anybody back home, it's the attacking three that were the Super League champions, the Surrey Storm lineup. So Greenway, Cookie and Dunn certainly understand each other's games and play an incredible game together. Morgan forced back. Strong call from Susie Drain, but it is Kyra Jones putting in that high ball.
She certainly unleashed that one, just hoisted it into the air. And Georgia Rowe gets Wales on the board.
And Bell enters the game at goal attack for Wales, with Emma Thomas moving through to the bench.
Cookie just pops it over to Dunn. Here's Bell, James, Jones, back to Bell.
Let me see the work of Stacey Francis. She's on for this quarter. Good strong pressure against Nick James, the Welsh wing attack.
Good ball from Francis.
Good straight line play by England.
Contact, keeper.
It's a contact call against Pretorius.
Cookie back into the English team after injury forced her to miss the Glasgow Commonwealth Games. Ruptured Achilles tendon, but she's back. Very experienced campaigner. Dunn gathers her own rebounds.
Contact, keeper.
×2.
Hopefully on the third attempt, Dunn managed to seal it. She does.
So 46 plays 17. High ball up to Rowe.
I think there's been a clear message in the talk to Wales about just putting that first time ball up, giving it a go. Rowe's got the height.
Cookie just sprays that one over the baseline. A little bit too much on it, looking for Greenway.
Good calling from Greenway, just positioning the line in front of Dunn and Cookie. England really have worked on their defensive pressure to try and force an error much earlier in the opposition's play.
Oh, Rowe just balancing on that baseline. Keeps it alive though. Beckford Chambers wrestling with Bell. Called for the contact. Good hands from Jones. Just a quick flick back. Shot was short. Rebound for Beckford Chambers. Great ball, Francis again to find Bayman. It's nice and direct play here from England. Cookie.
It's Greenway who comes through the gap. That's what she does so well. She's not afraid to lay that ball off. Dunn protects that space. Uses her body well against the defender, Rachel Dunn. Just trying to load the pressure of defence on that second phase of the Welsh centre pass, England.
Oh, good quick ball in. Hands from Rowe, pretty solid on that occasion. Cookie, good drive on second phase from Tamsin Greenway, found good depth.
It's a good roll around by Dunn. She's just got to seal these shots.
A little bit stiff at the moment, just pushing that shot. 4 from 7.
Other side, other side.
Bayman top of the circle. Just changes the angle slightly through Greenway, and it opens up to Dunn.
Cookie,
and again, too much.
Cookie just getting caught behind on the run. Morgan just in the front position. Not a great start by Rachel Dunn. She'll be looking to address the shooting accuracy. It's 4 from 9 for Rachel Dunn. She'll be disappointed with this performance so far.
She's just let out a big breath in back play, just try and relax herself. Here she is, Bayman. And Dunn opens up. So needs a settler, Rachel Dunn, and she finds it on this occasion. James, still full of running in that wing attack position for Wales. Jones, Rowe wants it.
She's developed that strong hold, Georgia Rowe. She's just got to settle and steady herself for the shot. At times just rushes that if she gets the contact call against her. It's just about that pre-shot routine, but quick on the defence. Wales. Just pull wide there, Bell. Just drew the defence apart.
Keeper, contact, inside.
Pretoria's called for the contact, so pass or shot here for Cookie. Quick dish off to find Rachel Dunn. Consecutive goals for her now.
And with just over 6 minutes gone, it's a lower score. So far, it's 7-4 in the favour of England. Wales much faster through the court in this quarter. Some good work by Georgia Rowe, the goal shooter.
Looking far more comfortable in this third quarter. Bayman, good ball to find Dunn.
Vonage, contact, defence. Defence obstruction.
So having it their own way there. England in first and second phase off that centre pass. Just need to tighten up there. Drain.
It's good work, James. She's working hard off the ball. She knows she can't stay still. She won't get that possession.
That's better from Mentor. It's what she does well, just that outside arm. Just pushes her goal towards the baseline, gets up, contests the ball. Creates a good opportunity here for England. Good opening from Pamela Cookie.
It's good work, Stacey Francis. Really fast through the mid-court. Finding Bayman.
Here is Francis. Greenway. Too much on it to Dunn.
There is a tendency from Rachel Dunn just to offer away from the ball. At times that's costly.
Rowe, good take. Out of her range, has to go the refeed. Jones, Bell. She too goes the refeed. Not prepared to put it up from mid-range. Who's there? Good ball. Proving to be a good target. Rowe now, 8 from 10, 80%.
Lots of mention so far about any possibility of Wales putting out Chelsea Lewis on the goal attack, just keeping the height in the circle. Lewis on the goal attack, Rowe at shooter. Whether that's a pairing that we might start to see, doubtful in this competition, but certainly would give them more height.
Oh, good drive from Cookie.
Keeper.
Pretty solid on the timing. She saw the opening, put the foot down.
Vonage, ball moving off. England.
Bit of defence on the centre pass there from Wales, forcing England backwards.
Keeper.
Cookie just coming through the top there, but good tracking by Morgan. She stayed with her, put the pressure on.
Bayman gets up. Good elevation from the English centre. Just sends that one out of court. Throw in for Wales here on the baseline.
Beckford Chambers just committing to try and take that pass from Jones. Good vision by Kyra Jones, puts that ball through to Bell.
First goal for Bell.
Centre. Carnage obstruction, wing. Carnage, contact. Contact keeper, penalty. Goal shooter, England.
Rachel Dunn looks in a bit of pain. Clutching at her knee. She's in some serious bother. Might be able to catch a replay of that. Almost looked like they put a kneecap back in potentially, Anita.
Yeah, looked like that.
That's a worry. That if that's the case, that could be Rachel Dunn's World Cup over. Let's have a look here.
Just on that recovery up after lunging forwards, not sure that she tripped on anybody there.
Seems to be okay. Yeah, she has suffered some serious knee injuries in the past, Rachel Dunn, Anita, so certainly not something we want to see happen again for her.
She's not a player to go down, and was a knee reconstruction on that leg, but it's not something that has really troubled Rachel Dunn at all, so she's up, she's ready to go.
So it's good news for the English goal shooter. It looked quite serious, but not the case, so sigh of relief, no doubt, from the coaching staff of England. Rachel Dunn, good to go.
It's a good launch of the ball there from Bell. Mentor not able to get up to that when the timing's right and the hold is right from Georgia Rowe. It's a great ball to put in.
Well, just 20 years of age, Georgia Rowe. She's an exciting talent. Wales will want to continue to see her growth over the next couple of years. She could be a real force. Oh, Francis, well done. Great attack on that ball. And good on transition, England through court. Sweet play.
Definitely improved their speed through this mid-court area, supported well by Francis.
Bayman to Cookie. Cookie swings it to Greenway. Full 360 from Greenway. Finds Cookie on the baseline. Umpire didn't like it.
It's the footwork call against Pamela Cookie.
Contact on attack. Centre third.
So just over 3.5 to play here in the third quarter. England still in a commanding position. 56 plays 24. Strong take, Georgia Rowe.
And even with Beckford Chambers just creeping around the back, she's got a strong arm up to that ball.
10 from 12 for the young 20-year-old. Entered the game in the second quarter. Really holding her own against one of the world's best goalkeepers in Jiva Mentor. Francis. Greenway.
Bondage obstruction, wing.
That's Bayman.
Throw in.
Good spoil from Morgan.
Just not as definite in that movement towards the ball, Rachel Dunn.
Bondage, contact, centre.
That's better, supported well from Bayman on the top.
Goal shooter, contact.
Overcooks the shot, bounces back at her, and called for the contact for her efforts. Victorious, Morgan, Drone, they're just held up through the midcourt, nothing to link to. This
Timed out there, Susie Drain. Good pressure in the mid-court by England. Quick to set that defensive structure. Just a little bit more hesitation now to put that long ball through, or ball two done. Bayman and Greenway now just electing to use the run of Cookie and the front shooter. That's better hold by Dunn.
Morgan, Bell, Jones, Rose open at the post. And through it goes for Georgia Rowe, 11 from 13. Well, this is Wales' best quarter of the match so far, their 10th goal. In the previous two, they've only managed 8 respectively.
Rosie Pretorius just coming out there trying to get that ball off Greenway, just exposed the England shooters there. Just a free shot at goal.
England with 17 goals this quarter. 23 in the first, 19 in the second. So they're a little bit lower than what they were, just fractionally. Oh, well done, Sarah Bayman. Gives them another chance to pile on the score. Oh, good skills. Nicely done from Sarah Bayman, and well finished from Rachel Dunn. So plenty of time for another goal here for England. Dunn again. Not having her best day at the office in goals, Rachel Dunn.
Just 11 from 18, shooting at 61%.
Contact. Yes.
So 20 seconds to play. Time enough, if good enough for Wales. James. Bell breaks free of Beckford Chambers. It's been hard yakka. That's a good ball from Jones. It's a good save too. Good commitment and persistence there from Kyra Jones.
She's really good on the fake. She'll try and draw the defence. Just Georgia Rowe just ran out of space there on the goal line.
So the clock beats them in the end, doesn't Wales? They're struggling in this quarter, but a great performance from England so far. They lead at three-quarter time, 60-26. So it still is a bit of a struggle out there for Wales, but full credit to them in that quarter, 10 goals to 18, keeping England to their lowest tally so far in this match, and also scoring their most amount of goals in a quarter as well. So the Welsh coach, Trish Wilcox, just having a little bit of a chat to her side. No doubt she'll be a little bit more pleased with the start of that second half, Anita. I
think so, and she's got to be impressed with the work of Georgia Rowe. She's a young up-and-coming player. And look there, 70 goal attempts still high for England against the 31 of Wales. It is the turnover tally, 23 compared to 12. There's a lot of penalties in this game, 45 by Wales, 39 to England. So the intercept is good for England. They'll still be wanting to get more ball in that mid-court area from Wales, but can't fault the work of Kyra Jones in the middle and the work of Bell at goal attack. They're sighting Georgia Rowe early, the goal shooter, and they're not afraid to put that ball in.
Keeper.
But just a shaky start from Rachel Dunn. She'll be disappointed so far. If she stays on, she'll be looking to really improve that shooting accuracy. But some good quality defensive pressure by Morgan and Pretorius. But this is the impressive end for Wales in that last quarter. Some great work against Jiva Mentor. Georgia Rowe certainly stepped up. She's finding her form in this World Cup.
20 years of age, 196 centimetres tall, Georgia Rowe, and 11 from 13 so far in this match.
And Dunn at times just able to roll around, just open up the space for Cookie. When Cookie's on the front or she makes that drive towards ball side, it's great. She's just got to stop herself from holding back close to the post behind the defence. But that was a nasty fall that we thought might be costly for Rachel Dunn, but she's back in play.
So a huge amount of scoring attempt differences in this game. 70 for England, 31 for Wales. That really does tell the story of this match. Just Wales just being suffocated for possession. And the world number 3, England, doing a wonderful job at surging ahead. They lead 60 goals to 26 after 3 quarters. So plenty happening here at Allphones Arena. 3-quarter time, it's England 60 leading Wales 26. England will be looking to cap off this match and surge ahead as they get into their next pool match in this competition.
Now we see some changes for England. Francis at goal defence, partnering Mentor in the circle, Guthrie back on at wing defence.
So a turnover here for Wales. Drain to James, back to Jones. Back to the transverse line to start again. Patient on the approach, they've got no choice but to be patient here. Guthrie has a good flight, that one. Oh, well done, Bayman. She's been pretty good defensively today, Sarah Bayman. She's had to sit on the bench in a couple of the big games that England have played. Certainly trying to stake her claim for a position on court to coach Tracy Neville.
And she's really committed and gone for those intercepts. Timing's been great most of the time, and she's had some ball around the Welsh attacking circle. She's definitely tracked hard, and she's matched up well against Jones, who can at times really capitalise on her in terms of play through the court.
So 2-on-1 in the circle. Good ball from Greenway. Cookie right under the post.
They're just held strong there on the front position. Good vision by Greenway. Too much on that from Jones to Nick James, the wing attack for Wales.
Finds Bayman, good ball over the top to Dunn, good elevation. And a better start to this quarter from her. Cookie shooting well at 8 from 8. Dunn to make it back-to-back goals.
That's better timing in the England attack from the centre pass. Good work by Rachel Dunn. Just popped out. Good cover of the front
Mentor.
space.
She saw it a mile off. Just took the line of the player.
Some good work by Guthrie there around the circle edge. Just dropped to the front space to close off the Welsh attack. And the work of James.
She's had a sensational year, Serena Guthrie, the best new talent in the ANZ Championship, but just that 12 months she's spent with the Northern Mystics in the competition, she has improved immensely from that environment. She's been absolutely sensational in 2015.
Greenway just caught there, I think, around the foot of Morgan.
Greenway and Bayman on the circle, off the circle, just to restart it.
It's good tracking by Kidner. Yeah, could see that one coming. Great positioning with Morgan and Kidner.
Guthrie.
Saves the day.
That's why she's one of the best in the business there at wing defence. She knows how to win the ball. Just swoops in from nowhere. And Dunn, it dribble short. Kidner, another opportunity created. And turned over again. Done another attempt. Through it goes. Here's the work of Guthrie, just swoops on it. And enough time to 360, get up in the air, the pump fake. Plays with great flair, Serena Guthrie.
So athletic, just comes through on the line of the ball now. She used to at times just run to the player, but she's got a great angle as she comes forwards for those intercepts.
What's probably served her really well, Anita, is the fact that she's played with a New Zealand franchise, which is all about offline and in that space marking style of defence. So that heavy penalty count that perhaps 12 months earlier she might have had has now been eradicated from her game because of the past 12 months she's had. It's quite exciting for her.
Definitely. Everybody knew she could come out with more ball. It was just that penalty and the contact going up against the player. It's great to see her just adjust, and she, as you say, has really capitalised on an ANZ year. Had a great championship, but equally she's gained an awful lot from the training, the intensity.
Oh, Francis! Speaking of intercepts, that was sensational. Oh, they're putting on a show here in the last quarter, England.
They'll be keen just to finish off this one, put some more goals on the board. Rachel Dunn will want a good performance, but look at that. Again, the two-handed intercept. Great athleticism from Francis.
Just the explosive power onto the ball. It was out of her range, and she somehow just snapped it out of the air.
And that's an improvement in Francis's game over this last 6 months in particular. She a little bit of a break in Super League, came back really strong, but at times just used to tip the ball, deflect it. Everyone knew she could come out cleanly with possession, and she's certainly doing that in this World Cup.
There's Guthrie again. There's Francis again. And there's Mentor. So the English defenders, it's attempt after attempt at the intercept.
Mentor just surprised at that call. She thought she'd got her hands to it, lost possession of it out of court, but contact against her.
So 8.5 minutes left in this match. England relatively clinical against Wales. That was a good opening from Pamela Cookie under the post.
Yes, great move through the top there, created then by Rachel Dunn. She pushed through the top of the circle. That was a better setup by the two shooters for England.
Jones, Bayman making her earn everything. Again, isolating the ball carrier there, and again. Oh, well done, Francis. A little bit late was the call from the umpire. Certainly seeing the ball well. Bell, oh, well done, Mentor. Gets her hand on that one and backed up by her teammates on the outside of the circle. Guthrie, great ball to Greenway, just right over the mess. Nice and direct to goal.
Good through court play by England. The ball opened up there. Great passage of play and finding Greenway on the long option.
Cookie sitting on 100% still, 11 from 11. Here she is again, keeps it alive, Bayman. Some good turn of speed in the past couple of passages from Pamela Cookie. Halfway through this final quarter.
Good defensive line again by England, just pushing up on that second phase. James just struggling against that pressure of Guthrie, that tight one-on-one defence.
Francis doing a good job on Bell. Every ball, every move. Another one for Rowe. Scoring's dried up a little bit for her in this quarter, but 13 from 16 overall. Well done, Kidner.
It's just stood there, Rachel Dunn, just not moving on to the ball.
10-3 to England in this quarter.
Good communication from Kidner, Morgan. Switch their body position really well as that ball crosses the circle. That's better from Pamela Cookie.
Again, just hanging around this transverse line area. They can't punch through into the centre, onto the edge of the circle, should I say. Eventually got it out. Here's James, now on the edge. Back to Drain.
Jones just propping up there against Guthrie on the circle edge, asking for that ball. Only option really is Georgia Rowe.
Keeper.
Shooting 14 from 17 in this game, Georgia Rowe. 82% shooting.
So also floating around in England's pool is South Africa, who the Diamonds play later tonight. So that'll be another test for England later on in the World Cup. So exciting that these top nations get to play each other more often than previous World Cup competitions. Also later tonight, it's Malawi against New Zealand, which should be an absolute cracker. Malawi, always the crowd favourites wherever they play. And New Zealand Silver Ferns in sensational form. Sydney 2015. England in pretty good touch here today. Just Cookie finding Dunn. Shot rolls through, 74, plays 30.
Again, great defensive line. Guthrie and Bayman really do set that pressure up, stopping an awful lot of the Welsh options as they come through to goal. But again, it's Jones. She always keeps working off the ball. Main priority is to support those shooters, and she just does that with such great conviction.
Oh, well done, Mentor. Up she goes, regathers, keeps it in. The back up from Guthrie. Stepping called by the umpire. Ruined it for us. It was a good passage of play. Guthrie again. Tries her hand another time. Just such great tenacity. Big fall from James. And a good shot from Georgia Rowe from range. That's what we like to see from the tall shooters.
She's definitely benefited from being on the court in this game. She'll have learnt a lot from this intensity and the exposure up against Jiva Mentor.
Well, it doesn't get much harder than that in World Netball. Jiva Mentor, one of the world's great goalkeepers.
Wing attack, Wales.
And a timeout called for Nick James. Did have a heavy collision moments ago with Serena Guthrie. So might need a little bit of a breather. 15-5 this final quarter, so a 10-goal difference in this fourth term. Wales, the world number 8, placed 9th in 2011 in Singapore. It's their 12th World Cup appearance. Their best result is 6th at a World Cup, so they are in the top 8 part of the competition now. It's the work from Jiva Mentor. Tip and regather. And Guthrie, just a few too many steps on the pickup. Looks good anyway.
Down heavily, Nick James. I'm sure she'll be keen to try and continue. She's a fighter. She'll want to be on court.
So a tick under 3 minutes to play here at All Phones Arena. England against Wales. Day 6 of the Netball World Cup in Sydney. Plenty of action to come later today. Another great day of world-class netball. Both teams looking to finish with a flurry here. Good work from Francis and Mentor on that occasion. Away comes Guthrie through court. Cookie linking up. Here's Greenway, and nice and open at the post is Rachel Dunn. Her 20th goal for the match. 20 from 30. A little bit shaky early in goals, but she's settled in nicely. Bayman.
Good commitment there at the centre pass, just a misunderstanding, but Greenway really quickly out on that 2-on-1 situation she was faced with. Just couldn't finish off England.
Oh, Guthrie. So good in full flight, having a crack at the ball. Big jump from Francis. Puts Bell off the shot. Rowe gets the rebound. And she's short as well.
Again, it's Guthrie mopping up on the circle edge there.
Bayman and Guthrie having a bit of a laugh off camera. Taking everyone out in their way. Francis now getting in on the action. So a minute and a half to play here. Clock just winding down. Jones finds Rowe. Good take.
Got great strength now, Rowe. She goes up strongly with two hands. It's not the one-handed take anymore. Real strength in the air, but just not able to convert, but good pick-up by James.
Just purely the development of Rowe throughout the 30-odd minutes she's been out on court has been terrific. Great exposure. Plenty to work on from here. Bell uses Jones, quick interchange. And sinks a nice steadying shot. So under a minute.
It's good calling, good communication from Kidner, the Welsh goalkeeper. The penalty against Morgan.
Cookie steps it in, yet to miss. She keeps it that way. 15 from 15 for Pamela Cookie. Good little afternoon for her. Morgan Jones over the top. Francis disrupts, slaps it out of court. 10 seconds left. Can Wales post one more? It's up to Georgia Rowe. She's going to have to hurry. And she sinks it. So full time here at Allphones Arena. A dominant display from start to finish from the world number 3, England. They'll be happy with that performance, Anita, 78-33.
Yeah, it's a great performance. A little bit of tidying up to do, I'm sure, around some of the combinations, but really good performance overall, and a great comeback after yesterday's defeat against Australia.